If you could lift the giant wild goose pagoda with your left hand and flick it with your right, you might shake out a hidden inner tower. Shake that one a bit more, and even the wooden chambers inside would fall out. Congratulations, you've just discovered the sacred scriptures brought back by Tang Sanzang. To protect these scriptures, Tang Sanzang even took on the role of a project manager, recreating the Indian temples he had seen during his journey and building them in Chang'an, storing the scriptures within. This was the first version of the pagoda. However, it turned out to be a rather poorly constructed project. Due to environmental differences and weathering, the tower was already on the verge of collapse after just 50 years. Empress Wu Zetian immediately ordered it to be demolished and rebuilt, demanding a structure that could last for 1,000 years. Your first decision was to abandon the Indian style and adopt a traditional Chinese design. But wooden structures are prone to fire. How to protect the scriptures? Simple. Reduce the use of wood, keeping only essential parts like stairs and floors to lower fire risk. So what material should be used for the main structure? Of course, blue bricks, fire-resistant and sturdy. But a new problem arose. Because the bricks were so dense and heavy, the tower couldn't be built very tall without structural issues. Still, this didn't stop you. You realized that traditional wooden pagodas remained stable thanks to vertical columns and bracket sets, dugong. If these structural ideas could be replicated in brick, the problem might be solved. So you got to work. During construction, you added internal brick pillars at intervals and built brick versions of dugong at each level joint. These bracket layers projected outward, improving structural stability, while also shielding the lower walls from rain erosion. Visually, it made the pagoda look even more magnificent. You increased the height to 10 stories and added a finial at the top. Each level had 4 door openings facing the cardinal directions, allowing ventilation, moisture control, and natural lighting. Congratulations! You've just built the second-generation giant wild goose pagoda, but misfortune struck again. Due to war damage and natural erosion, the top of the pagoda began to collapse. More than 200 years later, you returned and simply removed the top 3 levels. This not only optimized the structure, but also coincidentally aligned with the Buddhist concept of the 7-story pagoda. Congratulations! You've restored the 3rd-generation pagoda. Yet again, disaster followed. Around 700 years later, a major earthquake struck the Guangdong region. The finial fell off. Once again, you stepped in, repairing the cracks and rebuilding the finial. To further reinforce the structure, you wrapped the entire exterior with a 60-centimeter thick layer of blue bricks. Congratulations! You've completed the 4th-generation giant wild goose pagoda, the one we see today. It is thanks to the careful maintenance by generations of craftsmen that visitors today can admire the grandeur of the Ming era from the outside and experience the glory of the Tang dynasty within.